Coach, EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Lone Star State and the very mammoth AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas. Ahead, we'll decide the second entrant to next week's NFC title game as we've got a great one in store between the Detroit Lions and the Dallas Cowboys. Who will punch the fourth and final ticket to the conference championship round? We'll know soon enough as we are underway here on a January afternoon. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Yellow, go on, 80. Check, 59. Oh, you got deep?
Now the Georgia Southern man, this is Jerick McKinnon. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
Yellow.
Mike, check, 59.
Orbit.
Come on.
Mike's 59. Mike's 59.
They go play action. Now Mahomes. And the Cowboys pressure gets there this time for the sack. Devin White. Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6. Going to need better protection here. 3rd and long following the sack for Mahomes and company. Working from the gun, Mahomes. Going deep downfield for Ross. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. There defensively to knock it away was the safety, Justin Reed. They were trying to liven up this playoff game very early on. Pretty deep throw, but good coverage.
I think they were counting on the defenders being a little tight, a little over-anxious early, and trying to catch them flat-footed and get a big play.
A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Good starting position for the Cowboys here as they come up 1st and 10. They'll run for the first time with Tevin Coleman. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. On 2nd and 12, Foles. And he will not be able to get away as Foles is taken down. Malik Jackson able to drop him for a loss of 4 from his defensive tackle spot.
Go. 56. Mike's 56. Hey, we heavy on the edges, Vic.
On play action, they'll throw. Looking downfield for Godwin. And this will be caught at the 30. And he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. That's a 1st down and then some, a 32-yard pickup. So the big play has him all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. Here's a quick hitch route and the throw complete. The completion good for 3 and it's 2nd down.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
That 1st down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Foles going for it all. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. They got to get to the 20 to keep the drive alive on 3rd down.
Go.
Now Foles. And he's got Fitzgerald. And he doesn't quite make it. Taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1.
It's a gain of 25 yards on the play.
And perhaps now close to the first points of this divisional round game as it's 1st and goal.
Hey, you don't want to see me. You don't want it. Shoot.
It's Coleman here. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Cowboys. Taking it in from a yard out. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Well, we knew they had the crowd on their side. Their defense has already made a stop, and now here's an opening drive touchdown.
Yeah, how about the defense making the stop, offense feeling their momentum that they've generated, and turning into points on their side. So now you've got a team working together, and you've got the crowd involved fully on their side in this ball game.
And in this playoff atmosphere, that 12th man means even more. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
And on the first drive, 3 and out. I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
On 2nd and 12, Mahomes. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Cowboy defense has a touchdown. And this defense looking like they have come to play the pick six, and just like that, it's 13-0 early on.
Well, go back with me to our training camp visits. What do we hear? Lock them legally, stay on your feet, and they get it done. Touchdown.
Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
At their own 19-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
Yes, sir.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Jonathan Allen just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead. After the sack on first down, Mahomes being chased out left and avoids the contact by sliding. Pretty nice gain on the scramble. Gets him 12 yards. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. The Lions with the football here to begin the second quarter. They're looking at a 3rd and 6 here to start things out.
Check three. Come back. Check.
Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Flushed out right. Got a man, it's Ross, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A really good pickup of 28 yards. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. McKinnon. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard.
From the 40 now on 2nd down. Mahomes finding Green complete. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line.
First down,
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Attack! Sponge! No! Blue dot Quarkers! Shoot!
From the gun, it's Mahomes. He finds McKinnon, complete. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Second down, McKinnon. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. Now here's Mahomes.
We ain't giving him nothing today.
And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. More problems.
If you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
So 3 drives now for this offense, and that field goal gives them their first 3 points.
So if you're an offensive coordinator and you're averaging a point a drive, you're in the wrong line of work, aren't you? You got to find a way to unlock the key to these defenses and put some big points on the board.
Fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. And Justin Coleman brings him down. They'll try and run for it here. It's Coleman. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. It'll be a gain of 2, and speaking of 2s, it'll take us to the 2-minute warning. Second quarter action, 2 minutes to go on divisional round weekend. We remind you, as we've done all year, that coming up at halftime, we will visit with Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll let you know what's going on here on a very eventful divisional round weekend. They'll run it with Coleman. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on 4th. Here's Foles. He's got his big tight end, Fant. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. This is the tight end, Fant. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw it, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. Give him 15 there, and the Cowboys have a first.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
They'll run with Coleman on first down. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. It's a gain of 12, and the Cowboys pick up the first.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
A play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. To throw on 2nd and 10. Foles. This one complete to Coleman. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
Well, he'd been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
Still a little bit of time left here in the second quarter, but they do get 3 before the half and expand that lead.
And they have to be happy about that, and we haven't met a team yet that doesn't put an emphasis on trying to get points on the board in the last 2 minutes of a half. They'll be real excited to have those up on the board.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Jalen Smith, the Notre Dame man, in on the tackle. So we've come upon halftime here in this NFC divisional round matchup. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports halftime report. Take it away, Coach. A trip to the NFC title game hanging in the balance. Second half action back underway. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield.
Check safety, check safety.
Right back to Coleman here on first down. And he's going to get it across the midfield stripe into Lion territory. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. Touchdown, Cowboys. Joe Mixon, 46 yards. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. And right now, Charles, I think you'd have to say their class starting to show through.
Yeah, they were disappointed not to get the #1 seed in the playoffs, but the reality is these guys can play anywhere. It doesn't matter for them.
And if they can indeed hold on to this lead, that's going to set up one heck of a championship game next Sunday.
Let's come back and watch it, shall we?
Something tells me you and I are going to be there. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
Now Mahomes. He'll rifle this one deep right side into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Reed. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
They go play action here on first down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Sacked by the outside backer, Telvin Smith. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
Now back to throw. He's got his tight end Fant. And they'll get this Well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35.
29. That's good for a Cowboys first down. 1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Tighten up. Pull it together.
They're going to look to throw. On the screen, this is Coleman. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Tevin Coleman. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further.
So, my man, another touchdown. They're looking like the #1 seed that they earned throughout the year. Looking pretty dominant right now.
We knew the road to the Super Bowl would run right through this stadium. Somebody's going to have to come in here and beat these guys. Good luck. I don't think it's happening this weekend.
No, definitely not this weekend. And for anyone else out there, bring your game.
Buyer beware. Fielded about a yard deep. And a good return. He's across the 35-yard line, right around the 36. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half.
And I think the ball's out, but this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down. To throw again on 2nd down. Mahomes escaping the pressure right. The 2nd down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
Now, I know it's only a loss of a couple of yards, but when you get near the sidelines, just flip the ball out of bounds, incomplete, and save the yardage. Save the yards, not your stats.
Mahomes going to throw. Dancing to his left. He may try and run for this. And he slides to avoid the hit. Able to make something out of nothing there. 17 yards and a 1st down. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. To throw, it's Mahomes. He's going to have the hook up to Ross. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. He'll get 17 that time, and the Lions have a 1st down. Throwing now is Mahomes. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 23-yard line.
1 quarter remains for a trip to the NFC title game. This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
Mike to 59. Let's go.
They go play action. Now Mahomes. Mahomes hit. He lost the football. It's picked up by the Cowboys. He's at the 40. Past the 20. And this is going to be brought back for a fumble return touchdown by the Cowboys. So a great play there by the defense. If these guys are going to advance, and it looks like they will, this defense a big reason why.
And they love carrying the mantle for this team, don't they? You see the way that they move around out there? They want to lead this team deeper into the playoffs and hopefully onto the Super Bowl.
And that return for a touchdown certainly helps that cause. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they weren't on the sidelines for long, but I'll tell you what, I'm glad you and I weren't down there. We could hear them, the coaches from all the way. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Reed. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Cowboy defense has a touchdown.
That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
The Lions take over
That's
first
it, baby.
and 10
We're going to work.
at their own 25-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they gave up the pick six. And now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this? And that's caught inside the 35. A big play there for Detroit. 69 yards. Well, even after all those interceptions, he's not deterred, still confident to go deep at work there.
I think all the old rules about playing that position still apply. If things go wrong, you still act like you're the best player out on the field. You still carry that supreme arrogance with you and continue to fire the ball. I've seen guys have games like this, and this is where you find out if you're great or not. Can you overcome some interceptions and still lead your team to victory?
Right there, 56. Watch twist, watch twist, watch twist. Check 13. Check 13. Check. Check out.
Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down. A tale of two extremes. First carry, he went for a bundle. His second goes backward.
And how many times have we seen that happen? Because you get that big carry, and you come back and you're all fired up, and sometimes you force a run a little bit, right? Trying to break off that big carry again, and instead it works opposite.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues. On first and 10, here's Kessler. That's complete to his receiver, Godwin. It's a gain of 12, and the Cowboys pick up the first.
Got it. 56. Hey, Will.
That's another Cowboys
56. Mike, get it.
On first and 10, it's Kessler. He'll find his running back, Joe Mixon. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. That first down completion only netted him 3. Second and 7. Now it's Kessler yet again. It's complete. It's Fitzgerald. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions 36. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up first and 10.
First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here first and 10. They try and run on first down, but this one going to lose a couple yards as they get him behind the line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's second and 12. Oh, Kessler looks to throw it. Left side here, that's the tight end Fant. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions 16.
I'd have to say they're feeling like they are in rhythm right now. Things are in sync, aren't they? Team's winning, got a nice little margin on the scoreboard, completing some passes, and they just completed another one for a first down there to the tight end.
Kessler. He finds his running back, Mixon. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. So now then the penalty's got him set up with a first and goal. Now Foles. And it's caught. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Is it okay if I break one of our rules, partner, which is to never call a game over until it's over? Because this certainly feels like it's over after that drive.
Yeah, that was spirit-crushing, wasn't it? And now you just kind of felt the air go out of the balloon.
Yeah, they were fighting so hard to stay in there, and they knew they had to stop them on that drive. But when they were unable to, I think you're exactly right. You could see them sag on their sideline, and I think this one might just be over.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling again.
No, you don't want that feeling again, and who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
Eluding the pressure right. He's going to let it fly. And it'll be intercepted. Greedy Williams picks it off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And 3 timeouts remaining here defensively, but really not much reason to use them at this point, as this one is all but over.
If they use the timeout.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Josh Jones. And he's going to go down as time has now run out on this game. Well, one side moves on, and then, of course, there's the other side, and now they face what they don't want to face, and that's the offseason.
Think about the journey just getting to this game. Going through the regular season, fighting and scratching and clawing to make it to the playoffs, and then to get to this game, one game short of a conference championship. The